everybody, it's Flubber Bands, and I am going to be making a kinda side tutorial, woo! Uh, yeah, I haven't planned out exactly what I'm gonna be saying, but I know what I'm gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing this, like, blend stuff. Yeah. Alright. Okay, the way that I go about doing this, well, let me just tell you what I've got so far. I use Paint Tool SI. You can see it up here in the corner. I use a Wacom. Oh, yep. Wacom Pen Touch Small. It's the CTH480. Let me get an image real quick. Or well, yeah. Let me get an image. I'm so professional. You get the fuck out of here. It's that. Yeah. I use the small tablet because that's the one I've got. Yep. I sure do know what I'm gonna do today. I'm just gonna teach you about art and stuff. So, this is the only thing I really know how to draw is faces, because that's what I draw the most. It's sad, I know. I can kind of do backgrounds, kind of. So I think for the face that we're going to be drawing today, we're going to be drawing Cronus. Yeah, because I'm going to subject you all to a fate that nobody deserves. Yeah. So I'm going to speed this up real quick and draw this Cronus. Okay, I've got this really frickin' messy bitch right here. But hey, that's Cronus. That's him. Oh, Kibby, my cat. He's calling me. Hello? Okay. So, we've got our really frickin' disgusting sketch of Cronus here. Let me try to clean this up a bit. Oh, fuck. Yep, that's him. That's quite the fishy prince. I know there's gonna be people in the comments going, that's not what his hair looks like. I'm like, shut up. That's what it would look like if he were actually a good person. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's a very bad ear. Okay, you know what? He doesn't get an ear. He's not allowed. Okay, and now that we've got our little base here, I'm not giving him pupils because he doesn't have those hot. I'm gonna set this to either a shade or multiply layer. Sometimes I'll keep it normal, but like have it like really, really low. And then I do a bunch of colors underneath it, like oh, that's matching. Wee. Since his skin is gray, this is gonna be like a really different thing. You know what? Why don't we make him a human? I wanna be where the people are. So dancing, part of your world. That looks fucking horrible. A lot of times when I'm doing eyes, I'll add the pupils in later, so now we just get this horrifying image. Okay. Making him human because it's gonna be more of like general blend, you know? You know? I'm gonna set that to fucking multiply because, god, that screen. There we go, now it looks a lot nicer. I set it to multiply because, why am I using this color? I set it to multiply because that multiplies, yeah. I don't know how to explain it, it's just like the perfect mix of the line art color and the color of the skin. That's what multiply will do. Yeah, makes sense? Not really? I know. Now we just color him in, you know? Just all nice like. Coloring eyes, you don't use straight up fucking white, because that isn't realistic. You kind of use a bit of that gray in this area color. Not, okay, not over here, but like in this area. Stay with a very light desaturated tone. Kind of makes it look like he's sick, but he is. Sometimes I'll make the teeth the same color, but I don't know how mouths work, so yeah. Let's color the hair. Now, when coloring hair, you're never gonna use straight up fucking black or white. Unless if, like, this person really does have that dark hair, or you're just that edgy. Or that light hair, and you're just that scene, but for his hair, we're gonna use, like, a really deep brown, because this is human Cronus. He's human, he's Greek. That's my human Cronus headcanon. Also, if you want to know my brush settings, they're like right here. You'll see what it is for my blending colors later. Okay, we've got some of the hair. Let's get a little bit up here, the sweeps. That's what my hair kind of looks like right now, this color, because I got it dyed red and it like faded freaking immediately. Thanks, Supercuts. Thought I could count on you. Okay, that's there. Now, since this is horrifying to look at and very uncomfortable, let's give him some eye color. I'm still gonna give him purple eyes because why not? Mo, you want me to open the door for you, Cubie? I don't know, maybe it's the fact that the mouth is like really fucking weird that his eyes have like no emotion, they're just there. But hey, this is about blending, not how to have good dreams. For the people who are watching this and have scopophobia, I am so sorry. Just, yeah. Okay. Now let's the lips. For the lips, I usually make the top one darker than the bottom one. But that's usually after I go in and shade, because if I make it dark already, then shade on top of it, it's just gonna make his lips fucking black. So lips are just gonna be a bit darker than the skin color. For paler characters, though, they're usually going to be tinted red because of blood and stuff exists. Yeah. Like, let's say if your character is like this color, their lips are going to be more like that, you know? Okay. And now we start shading. Fucking hate looking at this. Yeah. Put the multiply layer over here. Let's just adjust the colors real quick. Hue and saturation. Perfect. There. Saturation, desaturate it like a lot. Luminescence. Keep luminescence like a little bit lighter. That's okay. Now for shading, you're gonna stick with either like a shade, multiply, or normal, kind of like what we did with the line art. But for this, I'm gonna be using multiply. And for this, do not shade with straight up fucking grayscale. Like you can get like really desaturated skin colors. Shade with that. That looks decent, you know. But not straight up fucking gray, because that looks like disgusting. That looks nasty. Nobody likes that. Instead, try using more like reds or something. If you're using a human, if you're painting like an alien with like green skin or something, stick with like green blues. Yeah. This is just making him look scarier, isn't it? Just gonna go add in the colors and I will be right back. Okay, there we go. We just adjust the how opaque it is. I'm gonna keep it around like 30, you know? Like 20 to 30%, you know? Like around that time, that color? Yeah, I mean that opacity, yeah. Push down. Also, if you don't like the color it is, then you can go in here, adjust it however you want it. That looks fucking horrifying. Yeah. And then we're gonna put in another multiply normal shade layer. For if you're using a normal layer, just like make it as dark as freaking possible. And like go around and do all that, and then you just like make it like super dark. I mean super less opaque. But hey, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a professional. So we're gonna use a shade, and for this one we're gonna use the Blendy Blend brush. That's my favorite one. Here are the things I have for it. Yeah, looks good. Okay. I'm gonna lay these down and be right back. here we've got shade down, you know. His skin is looking really weird. Try to like get rid of some of this. Okay. Now make it like less opaque, okay? Okay. Merge down. Now we get another one. This is pretty much be just like build up a bunch of like shading layers until he looks like he's not human anymore, you know? I mean, not until that point, but like, yeah. Whenever you're like trying to choose like your blending options, that's what these are, blending modes. Don't like immediately go with, oh, I'm gonna make this multiply and then color it in. Instead, like you should like try seeing what each one looks like. Like, okay, this one looks like normal. I don't like that. This one looks like multiply. That's a bit better. So it looks like shade. I don't like that. So we're gonna go with overlay with like that horrifying multiply. Now merge down. Now we get to the screen overlay luminosity or Lumion shade colors. Lumion shade, it'll like make it a balance between luminosity and shade, and I do not use it that often. Luminosity, it's self-explanatory. It makes a lot of light stuff. Overlay does this. Overlay's a lot nicer to use because it's not as harsh as luminosity. Yeah. Do not use like 50,000 fucking luminosity layers. That was like my mistake for the longest time. That looks nice. Looks nice. Shit. And now maybe if you want to be a bit lighter, you can go, let's see what the screen would look like. Yeah, screen looks good. Now we're just gonna do very local, like lightest of the lightest areas. We have got our main dude here. Yeah. Now we can start doing this blendy stuff. I use the color picker on my stylus a lot. It's like this, like, here's the stylus. It's a very bad drawing of it. Here's the tip. Oh my fucking god, that looks like. Nope. You've got the end here, and you've got the stylus point here. And there's a really long button along the side, and here's like a one that does nothing, and this one is the color picker. So yeah, that's what I do. And we're gonna start off with using this blending acrylic brush. Just kinda, you know, blend out. Don't stick with like the same color every time, just kinda like go crazy, you know? I'm not gonna cover the mouth. Should I? Fine, I'll do the mouth. I don't like to do mouths. They're nasty. Also, I forgot to mention, when you go about blending in the face, you shouldn't. I fucked up and like use the same texture the entire time, go in and like use like random blocks of like light and stuff, okay? And then you can like blend around with that. Don't do a me. Yeah. I have no idea how to color mouths, by the way. I just kind of guess. Okay, I'm guess I don't. You know what? Let's just can we ignore the mouth thing? Yeah, that's most basic blending stuff I can say. I mean, just you go in and you kind of do that. You at the very edge you do that. You keep doing that, and then at the edge you do that. You keep selecting towards the edges of it and stuff. And for shading, you do that, and then you get. Why did I use? You do that, and when it gets darker, you do that, and you keep going inwards and let it keep getting darker and darker and darker. Yeah, that's how you do shade. Yeah, here this is such a shitty tutorial. I'm still gonna upload this because why not? I put very minimal effort into it. Yeah, instead I'm just gonna. This isn't a tutorial anymore. It's just me talking about shading. Okay. Bye.